Hi guys, I'm Shivali. Welcome back to my channel. This video is also going to be about Columbia University, and this video is the first video in the series called How to Fund Your Master's Degree. So I'm doing this series because I was a research assistant at Columbia and that helped me pay a major part of my tuition fee. But my friends, some of them got like a teaching assistant fellowship, and another friend of mine took a loan and then he repaid it in less than 5 months. So there are a lot of different options available to like fund your degree yourself. And I wanted to get all the options in front of you so that you can choose whatever option is the best for you. So the way I'll structure today's video is that I'll first talk about the total cost, the money that you'd be spending if you decide to do your master's in the US, and especially in a city like New York, which is like super expensive. And then I'll be talking about my own personal experience and break down the 85,000 US dollars that I earned. That involved money that came from my RA scholarship and then my internship and the side job that I did on campus and everything else. So we'll get there. Let me start this video now. So what would be the total cost? How much would you be paying if you decide to do your master's here? So for Columbia University, the total tuition fee was $60,000 for 3 semesters. In your first 2 semesters, you have to do 4 courses, and in the last semester, you have to do only 2 courses. So that makes it $60,000 for the 3 semester. First semester, you'll spend around $21,000. In your second semester, you'll spend around $27,000, and in your third semester, you'll spend $12,000. But I took 4 courses instead of 2 in my third semester as well. So my fee for my third semester was 25,000 US dollars. So my tuition fee, just the tuition fee total, came up to be around 73,000 US dollars. That's a lot. So that's just the tuition fee. And then when I was in college, I used to like maintain this notebook. I know there are apps that help you do that, but I just like to write everything and have it in my face that how much I'm spending. So now I can exactly tell you how much I spent and what. So let's take any average month. So let's talk about March. So I'll attach a pic of this notebook so that you can see. So on recreation in March, I spent $185. That involved everything: crepes on Columbus, AMC, and just going to a random bar. So that's around $200. For food, I spent again around $200 on food. On transport, okay, this is weird. This month I only spent $8 on transport, but if I see Feb, it's $37, so around $50 you can keep for transport and Ubers. And then, shopping, $100 for shopping. General rent was $11.32, and phone bill is around $44, electricity bill $136, and okay. So in March, I think it was the month of the spring break. So I went to Miami and that trip was around $842. So my March total was $2,500, but this total like varies from $2,000 to $25,000. But this total varies from $2,000 to $2,500, and you'll be more than comfortable in it. And I didn't share my room, so I had my own personal room, although it was super tiny. But you can go lower, you can just like be super bougie, and this amount can be anything. But my average used to be around $2,200 per month as living expenses, and then the tuition fee I've already talked about. So that was a quick brief on the total cost of living and tuition. And now coming back to the money that I earned while I was a student. So I was able to earn a total of $85,119 while being a full-time student at Columbia. And I'll break that down. Also, I've written it and I'm like kind of reading my notes for this video. So now I'll break down that amount and tell you exactly what I did. So most of that money came from my research assistantship. So at Columbia, you call it the GRA, Graduate Research Assistantship. So in graduate research assistantships, you're basically working with a professor on some project, and you have to do your research work. You have to so my project was NLP based, so I had to work on cross-lingual word embeddings, and then your professor gives you like a problem statement, and you're working towards solving it. And the end goal is to publish a research paper or make some progress in that project. So the way GRA works is that you can either get a scholarship, or you can get a stipend, or you can get both depending upon how much funding your professor has. So luckily my professor had like enough funding, and I got a scholarship as well as stipend. So the stipend was around $3,500 a month. So from September to December, because I was a GRA for 1 semester. So for 4 months, I got about $14,000 as stipend. And then the scholarship. So your scholarship is basically the tuition fee for that semester. So in my last semester, as I told you guys, I took 4 subjects. So my tuition fee was around $25,000. And then there are like other university charges, on campus fee and insurance, health insurance and all of that. So my tuition fee waiver was around $28,000. So 14,000 plus 28,000 is what I earned from my GRA alone. So that was a really nice learning experience, as well as it adds to your resume, and then you're getting paid for doing research. Like, it's the best. So if you guys are interested in research, I highly suggest you try to apply for a GRA position. And that being said, now I'm going to tell you how to apply for that position. So applying for GRA, there's no online form or an online portal where you can fill out your application. It's basically when you join college in your first year, you'll get an email about like a research fair happening. And I'm talking from a CS student perspective. So I got an email with a list of projects and that the professors were doing. And then basically you can read about that project, and on the day of the fair, you literally like go there with a stack of resumes and like talk to different professors that you're interested to work with. And then you'll just hand over your resumes, and if a professor likes you, they'll like contact you. But you should not limit yourself to the professors who came to the research fair. You can also email other professors from say other departments and ask them if they have a project, and if they have some project and you'd like to work with them. So that's what I did. So I emailed a professor and asked her if I could work with her, and how I'd contribute. And then she called me for a meeting and asked me a few questions, and then she selected me to work with her. But that's just work. It's not GRA. It's nothing. You just like my intention initially was to build a solid research profile so that I can get like relevant internships. So I started working with that professor in my first semester itself. In my second semester, I didn't apply for I didn't know about GRA, and I don't know why I was like so lazy in school, but I didn't know about like the good things until the very end. So in my second semester, I think it was in the middle of my second semester that I talked to my professor and asked her like what is the process of becoming a GRA, and if she has such opportunities available for me. And then she said that it was too late for that semester, and maybe in next semester she can offer that to me. I was like, okay, yay! But in that semester, she offered me a job, like a side job. I'll talk about the job later when I'm finished talking about the GRA. So in my third semester, before the starting of my third semester, I went to that professor, and before my third semester started, I had already published a research paper with my professor, so she knew that I was good, and that's all you have to do to get a GRA position. Then she was like, okay, I'll apply on behalf of you. So your professor will apply for you, and then you will get an email from the CS department asking whether you have your SSN and I-9 and all those documentations ready. And then you'll just get your documentation ready, and you'll be enrolled, and you'll be doing exactly what you've been doing for the last year, like, but say like a different project. And you'll be getting paid for it, which was super nice. So that was all about GRA. I know it's still kind of vague, but that's exactly what you need to do. You have to build a good relationship with your professor. You have to show them that you are worthy of a GRA position, and I would suggest that you start working with them from your first semester itself, and try and finish their projects in time. Try and publish a research paper so that they know by the end of your first or second semester that you can be a GRA. And then if they like you, if they like your work, they'll definitely apply for your GRA position. And GRA positions are really limited, so in my batch there were about like 4 or 5 students, or maybe even less, who got this position. So you really need to work hard to get this position, and you need to start working from day one. So now coming to the second thing that helped me pay for my masters. So the second thing is the side job that I just mentioned while I was talking about GRA. So in my second semester, my professor introduced me to people in Viacom, and I had to do like a small project I had to work on a small project with them. So it was like a joint project between the university and the company, and it was a paid project. So I got like some payment out of it. So I had to basically use NLP to solve a problem on their data set, and that was it. So I worked on it for the whole semester, and that gave me around $6,552. So that was my Sem 2 earnings. So the way to get this is not just to like talk to the professor you're working with, but you can literally talk to any professor on campus, any professor that you're taking a course with, because most of these professors, they're also like employees at these big companies, so they usually know teams which are looking for people to work part-time on their projects. So I would suggest, say for example, if you're doing a deep learning course, and your professor works at Google, just go and talk to him, have a candid conversation that you're looking for a part-time job that will help you pay for your masters, so he can keep you in mind if he comes across something part-time at his workplace. So another way to get these like small part-time jobs is to attend conferences. So I attended like an O'Reilly conference in New York. A lot of these AI conferences and tech conferences keep happening, especially in big cities. So I would suggest go to these conferences, talk to people, build connections, and then they can help you find something part-time. So I had like a job offer, another part-time job offer for Q3. So in Q3 I was a GRA. I fell sick, so I was hospitalized, and then I had like so much other stuff to do, so I didn't take that job off. So yeah, you should definitely try networking and get one of these positions. Now coming to the third thing. So the third thing that helped me was my internship. So internships in the US usually pay you really well. So I was interning with Adobe during the summer, and so over the 3 months of my intern, I got about $27,000, which is again a lot. For internships, you know what to do. I've spoken about it in my previous videos as well. So start applying for internships in September. The moment you start school, start applying for internships, and yeah, that's the only way. So I don't have anything to add to it. And the last thing, so right now we have already gathered $75,000 from all of these, which has covered my $73,000 of tuition fee. But then I got another $10,000 from Adobe, because they have this really amazing program in which, so if you're a new grad, that is if you went to school within the last 12 months, so they'll contribute an amount towards your tuition, and that amount happened to be around $10,000, which was a great help. And so when you're looking for jobs, look for jobs that have these kind of benefits, that either offer a bonus or offer something towards your tuition fee. That'll really help you pay off your debt, pay your parents back, or just earn a little more money, not feel bad about the crazy tuition fee that we have. So that's about it. I have covered everything that I did. And so in my next video, I'd be talking to Mayank, who's my friend. And he was a teaching assistant in his second sem, and then he was a teaching assistant fellow. A teaching assistant fellow, which is again like GRA, and that covers the tuition fee as well. So he'll tell everything about that, how to apply, when to apply, and for that you have to apply before even like you start school. So definitely watch that video, and because you have to do the steps involved soon. And after that, I'll also be posting a video about loans, which loan to take and how to pay it back within like a certain period of time, and everything about loans in that video. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this video helped you, and I keeping my fingers crossed. I hope you get the research assistantship position and are able to fund your masters yourself. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment box below, and please subscribe to my channel. That really means a lot, and like this video. And again, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.